goes to 11 Media, bringing you another episode of Grounds for Divorce Coffee Bean Reviews. And I'm joined here by Sidekick Rick.
Sidekick Rick.
That sounds cute.
There you go. Well, I guess it could have been worse. That's a good one. Sidekick Rick, there we go.
You're kind of alone for the ride.
Okay. Well, I guess it's a fair assessment from the perspective that you do all the coffee brewing.
I do.
You do. But, hey, you know what? I mean, it's a tough job. Somebody's got to do it.
Yes, indeed.
And you're so good at it.
Wow, that's a compliment.
Yes, indeed. Indeed. So.
I see you like to espresso yourself with your t-shirts.
I do. Espresso myself, yes. Yep, today we got the Megadeth rocking it there with Dave Mustaine and his double neck guitar. This from a concert I went to a few years back now. It's been probably about, oh my goodness, it's got to be a good 5 or 6, 7 years ago, I guess. No, probably more than that even, when I think about it. But it was a great concert, and actually...
Were we even together?
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yes, we were together.
Megadeth?
You didn't come to the concert.
Okay. Was that Abbotsford?
I was out in Abbotsford.
Okay.
My buddy
Yeah,
Dave Smith. Dave Smith,
Yep.
yeah. Dave went with me. Anyways,
Indeed.
we've got some good stuff on tap here today. I take it you went and got us some coffees?
Yes. Lions Bay. Been wanting to try that for a while.
Yeah.
Quite some time.
I seen them in the IGA store, a little grocery store, and seen them several months ago. Lions Bay, I believe that they have their companies in Burnaby, if I remember right, or in the Lower Mainland.
All right, so we have over by you their espresso blend, which is a medium dark roast.
Nice.
Hints of caramel, I believe.
It smells good.
Oh, they're nice and fresh. They were roasted just over a week ago.
And that's perfect because, as we've said before, you kind of want to have the coffee sit for about 4 or 5 days to let it sort of breathe and come up to full
pour
flavor.
over.
Yeah.
Espresso, they say more like 14 days, but oh well. This is the Harvey Creek, and it's their darkest roast, their dark roast. Yes.
Harvey Creek.
Harvey Creek, which is
Wondering if
at Lions Bay. I'm pretty sure it comes out.
See, the second I hear creek, I want to go fishing. Going, wonder if there's fish in there. Can't help it. Anyways, what do we have here?
This is the Gooseneck electric kettle.
It's a nice little kettle. I know when we were looking online to get a kettle for doing proper pour-overs, you were very particular that it had to have the fancy little neck, and it had to be a proper thing for doing pour-overs. We already had a really good kettle. It's a good kettle. But
And you could still use it. You don't have to use a gooseneck, but it's all about the experience.
There you go. There you go. So,
Yes.
now...
And the temperature, knowing what temperatures to use it at. I was a little disappointed when this arrived from Amazon because you did not consult with me, the brand. But I
Hey, it sounded like Cuisinart.
You like the price?
I did like the price.
Yes.
I won't lie. You know what? I mean, because honestly, folks, some of these things, I'm not exaggerating, some of these things are as much as $300 Canadian.
Yes, and that's the Fellow EKG. It's a great looking unit.
EKG.
High quality steel and whatnot, but yeah, $300.
EKG, it's a good thing I'm not hooked up to an
How
ECG
many-
when they saw the price because I just would have had a heart attack. $300. It's a kettle.
Check it out. It is nice.
It is a very nice kettle. Listen, you know what? And I'm sure for the $300, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. You are. But for me, this was our first pour-over kettle we were getting. And I'm like, look, let's just see whether it's going to do what you want it to do and if it does what it's supposed to. The thing that we found with this is that Paula, being Paula, is very particular and very efficient in what she does. I'm much more the pull the pin, throw the grenade kind of guy.
Yeah, hurry up.
Let's go.
Hurry up.
The thing is that you went and tested each of the settings. Now there's a button here that you push, which basically talks about settings for different things. So there's warming, green tea, coffee, black tea, herbal tea, and boiling. And each one of those has a temperature beside it. And they actually stayed on this one here, 185 degrees Fahrenheit for coffee. To which I was like, okay. And you said?
It's supposed to range from 195 to 205. Although, recently, doing more research, some have stated that some of the temperatures can be as low as 180, just depending on the beans, is it a super dark roast, and what your tastes are.
The cool thing about it, and this is my caveat to this whole thing.
Okay,
is that when you look at this, it says coffee 185, and the next one up is black tea at 194. Well, just wait until it goes, push it so that it goes to the black tea setting if you want it that little bit warmer. Mm-hmm. And then herbal tea at 203. Or
I do the coffee pour overs at that too, just depending on if it's...
My point being, you can spend more and have the little printing on the side be the numbers exactly where people say that it should be for a coffee, or you can spend a little bit less and just bump it one more button to the next thing.
Yeah.
Right? And I mean, literally, it was like a savings of $20.
And the temperatures are accurate. I
Yeah.
checked my thermometer, I checked each setting, and they are accurate.
And didn't you say they were pretty much within about a degree tolerance? You said they were within that sort of 1 degree kind of a...
Oh, somewhere bang on.
Bang on, there you go.
Yep.
So listen, I'll put the link down below for you guys if you want to check this out. I actually believe in this kettle. I mean, we've been using it now for a couple months, and I haven't seen any problems. What I also really like about it is how many times has it been where you put the kettle on, you've walked away, you got busy doing stuff, and you're like, oh crap, the kettle. And you go back and it's like, oh, okay, but I want it hotter, so I got to put it back on again. This thing here has a cycle on it where it'll bring it to whatever the temperature is.
Yeah, it'll hold it.
And then it'll drop off, and then it'll come back on automatically, and it cycles it to try and keep it at that temperature, but it does it several times. I thought that was a pretty neat little function.
Yeah.
Right, and I think, what was this, 76 or $79?
77.
Yeah,
And the next
step up was like
the
90.
Cosori,
The Cosori, which was
95.
95,
about
96.
$20 difference, but...
Right. And the Cosori looks really
sturdy.
nice as well. It does. It's a good one. So, I mean, I'll put the link down below so you guys have that for reference as well. But as I say, save $20. $20. That'll buy you an expensive bag of coffee.
That's right.
There you go, right? So, all right. So, listen, let's try these coffees here today.
Yes.
The Lions Bay. Which one do you want to go with first?
Let's try the Harvey Creek.
All right. Okay, that's a lot of flavor to it.
Mm-hmm. Nice and bold.
Yep. I'm getting most of the flavor notes for me are hitting sort of the center of the tongue and towards the back more. Second taste, I get a little bit more up front. The first taste was definitely more in the back.
Yeah, no, me up front.
Okay, yeah, it's now coming more forward for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nice and rich.
I like that. Let's go with this one here.
There's definitely a dark.
Lots of flavor in that though. It was good. Mm-hmm. And I bet you that one's going to be really good as a latte.
Mm-hmm. So medium dark espresso.
Oh, I love espresso. That's so good.
Mm-hmm. It has a mild chocolate.
Wow, that's nice.
Actually, more caramel to me.
That is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Holy smokes. I love espresso. It's so good.
This almost has a bit of, like, it definitely has a sweetness to it.
It's
almost
really
like a fruit. I don't want to say dried fruit, but it's a lighter, kind of crisp.
Wow, that is really, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because it's not, I don't know, it's just...
And you know what the thing is?
The roast is just
Unfortunately, I haven't seen the brand around in many places. Like the IGA is the only place that I've seen this. But definitely a worthy one for you guys and gals to try because it's very good. Made it to the napkin.
Nice.
That's a long haul for me. Bringing that over.
Yeah, and with your shaky hands.
Now, one of the things, you know, it's funny, Paul and I were talking about this the other, just this weekend. And we were talking about see, there we go. We were talking about the aspect of proper tasting procedures. And one of the things that I vowed is I refuse to do on these segments is when you're doing a cupping, and if you watch YouTube, you'll see people doing this where they do these tastings and they're like big slurp, and then and it's just like, no, I'm not here for the ASMR nonsense. I'm not here to make the sound effects. It makes me crazy. It's like nails on a chalkboard. Right? And I actually heard, here's a funny thing, and I'm going to tell you so, is that they actually say that if there was a report I was reading online that if listening to somebody eat triggers you, if it actually causes you irritation, it's a mental health condition. And I'm like, get me the jacket that ties in the back because it drives me bonkers. It really does.
Unless you're the one eating.
Well, I don't hear it. But I'm not also the guy who's going like, I'm not doing that stuff.
Well, you barely chew. That's the problem. Which causes other problems.
It just inhaled
That I
it.
hear complaints. Acid reflux. Upset stomach.
Well, I just, you know what? When anybody out there watching who's done policing, okay? Anybody who's done that, anybody who's done stuff with the military, you'll know when you have a moment to eat, it's quick. And you're not sitting here processing the food. Oh, isn't this lovely? It's like, okay, we got a few minutes. Let's go.
Well, I think today, with how busy people are, you see them eating in their cars.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But you know, you get it in while you can.
Oh,
There, bring it over to you.
so what'd you think?
I liked it a lot. I liked it. It was really good. And what are we using here? This is the Natural?
The usual 3.25.
good stuff.
If they have it in, I can't believe how many times they're out of stock.
Can I have this, please?
It's very nice. It
All the
has
time.
a
I'm always
definite
fighting to get the cup.
sweetness
The grounds for
to
divorce, I
it, and
tell you.
it's like so good.
Yeah, that's good.
Can you? It's like totally different.
Yeah, actually, the two are very different as a latte.
I really like the espresso.
Yeah, I mean,
Like it's a bit late to be drinking it, but I'd like to drink it. And this is good. This is great as a latte.
Yeah, it's after 5. It's after 5. But
I would be up till 2 in the morning.
Welcome to my world. I'll have to edit this. I've got a bunch of stuff to do.
Yes.
So yeah, I would definitely recommend both of these. They're really good. Anyways, listen, thank you so much. Thank you, Paula. Thank you, folks, for watching.
Thank you, Sidekick Rick.
Oh, I'm never living that one down. There's the go. She didn't tell me she had that one coming. So listen, folks, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and please hit that reminder bell so you get reminded of all future content. We are in the process right now of upgrading our store, or stores actually, because we do have several stores online.
Groundsfordivorcecoffee.ca.
Very good, Paula.
Beat you to it.
There you go. And what we're actually going to be doing for our stores, we're actually duplicating them. So there's going to be a store designated for shopping in Canada, and there's going to be a store designated for shopping US and international. So whatever products are in those stores is what you're going to be able to order, which is going to be really nice to have. We will have the cloning of those done hopefully in the next 1 to 2 weeks. But this week here, there might be some service interruptions as we are migrating over domains and whatever else. So bear with us. In the meantime, we will see you folks back here next week for another episode of
Grounds for Divorce Coffee Bean Reviews. Ciao, ciao.
See ya.